Good evening, guys. You're welcome to my page, and to this evening, late afternoon, I'm broadcasting from Abuja. I just wanted to say hello to every one of you who's been out there. Who haven't heard from me in a while. As I promised, I'll be reaching out from time to time to provide updates, take questions, comments, advice, and doing everything we can to be planning for our future. Uh, and also do what I like to do very much, which is to say, to greet people individually as much as possible. Tonight's broadcast, or this evening's broadcast, is going to be not too long because I have another event with Dr. Chidi in Canada on his page. But let me say hello to the early risers here: Victor Ashiwaju, Jeff Egbide, Darosa, Awoga Oluwadare Alfred, Tosin Asalu, who's watching, Ridwan Ajayi. Thank you so much, guys. Barubo, Ernest, Oshodi, Buki. I'm reaching out today because today is June 12th and I posted a lot of videos today on my page and comments, also on Twitter, just to discuss what I think about this day. Because June 12th was in 1993. That was the day Nigeria had what has been described as the fairest and the freest and the most credible election in its history. And as it happened during that time, everybody was excited that Nigeria was going to have civilian rule. But as has been the case with Nigeria, anytime we're close to a breakthrough, some of these enemies, the enemies of the country and these people, will pop up. They'll pop up and destroy our ability to make progress. And they've gone ahead and done this for so long. It's not even funny anymore. And they're still doing the same thing. You would think that by 2020 they would have learned their lessons and that we too would have learned our lessons. But we haven't done much in learning any lessons. We are as timid as we are, even before. People were even more astute. People were more courageous, in my view, during the 80s and 90s when I was in the student movement than they are now. We are definitely poorer than we were in 1993. Than now, we are so timid and so scared and afraid. It's even unbelievable, to the point that I still hear people telling me, oh, you need to be worried. You should be afraid. Sowore, don't speak out. They'll come for you again. They'll come and get you again, And there are people who even put it on my Twitter account, they put it on my Facebook page. Oh, they're coming to get you and all that, And it's not surprising to me, but I'm just really looking at this and thinking, are we in 2020 or we're in 1920? Because we're supposed to be making progress, not moving backward. But we must do everything we can, everything we can, to move ourselves from this shitty place that we're at now to a place of dignity. And every sacrifice that is needed must be made, and we must join hands together, even with those who disagree with us. Because the basis for disagreement is not the same for everybody that is in disagreement with us. Some disagree out of fear, some disagree out of their interest in strategy, some disagree out of just ignorance, some disagree over religion, regional, tribal differences. We must keep educating them until we get to that point where we will all one day, just like those buffaloes did in South Africa against lions that have been tormenting them in Kruger Park, look back one day, say, what do you mean? Enough of this rubbish, enough of this nonsense. So that's the reason I'm here to talk to you. And I want to say hello to Titila Ogunjimi, Delta Derek, XK, thank you. William Aja, Kenny Adewale, thank you so much. Prince B Adewale just joined in. Temple Benson, thank you. Omotoke, Mariam Shudere Rusaka, thank you. Charles Ntia, thank you. Ajaro Stella, good evening from here. Biodun Richard, Akimboyede, George Gitaiga, thank you so much. Rita Omonoa, thank you. Metusela Wane, Meshusedek, thank you so much. Tife Wolabi, Tife, good to see you on this timeline here. William Aja, Ugoke Valentine, Fashakin David. Thank you guys. So why did I come? I came to greet you guys, to say hello, and to remind you that we have a lot of work to do. Ken, George, good to see you. Buki Abidoye, William Efetos, good to see you. Otumba Sia, and to just understand that I have a little bit of excitement, and I can't hide it. My excitement is that the level of consciousness is growing in the country. I'm seeing people come out of their shell. A lot more people are speaking truth to power. Of course, some of them are diversionary, some of them are also deceptive, but I'm seeing it. And I'm just coming now from Instagram, and Instagram has its own. Instagram is like another population, another country. And I was discussing it and saying, how long can we sustain our consciousness if we don't put it to use? Consciousness is just like buying fuel for your car. If you don't drive it, of what use is the fuel? And with what has happened with, George Floyd in the U.S. recently, and how people in a country that's had democracy for maybe 200 years or more stood up, and they are still fighting for democratic space, respect for human rights, fighting against racism. Why are we here, in a country where they've had their knees on our neck for 60 years, not doing anything about our situation? What are we afraid of? And this is why I keep having this conversation. This is why I keep coming back to you guys, because a lot of you like to ask me about 2023, But with the way they are keeping their knees on our necks, how many of us can make it to 2023 if we keep on going like this? How many people can make it to 2023 in Katsina? How many people can make it to 2023 in Southern Kaduna, or in Taraba, or in Zamfara, or in Niger State? How many people can make it to 2023 in River State, in Cross River? How many people can make it to 2023 even in Lagos, with the way one single person has his knee on the neck of Lagosians, and Lagosians cannot breathe financially? You have them all over the place. You have an officer shoving everywhere in Nigeria with their knees on our neck, on your neck, and their hands arrogantly in their pocket. What are you going to do about them? That's the point. That's what I'm discussing with you today. And that for us to get to 2023, we must pave the way to 2023. And we must make the sacrifices. We must have the courage to confront our oppressors and bring them to their knees. And I'm in Abuja. I have been here for almost a year, simply because I insisted, and I will insist until I can't breathe no more, for a country that offers me the right to live with dignity, with respect, with rights. I won't give up. It doesn't matter what they do to me. They can come back and get me. You can kill me. It doesn't matter. I'm here for good, to fight, to finish, for the future of our country, for the life of this country. And June 12th is a day I chose because in 1993, 94, 95, it was looking like, June 12th would never be realized in the manner that it's realized today. They even tried to expunge it from the calendar of the country. Even when the political jobbers came to power in 1999, They made sure that June 12 was not recognized. But you can't stop an idea whose time has come. And we fought for June 12. When I was doing election campaigns around Nigeria in 2018, and I got to Abeokuta, I declared June 12, exactly June 3rd, our Democracy Day. A few days later, they stole the idea. And somebody was asking me this morning, you should be happy that they stole your idea. Yes, but if people steal your idea and they destroy it, you can't be happy about such an idea. These guys took June 12, made it Democracy Day, but they have killed democracy completely since 2000. Since they made June 12 Democracy Day, they've destroyed democratic tenets in the country. They've destroyed credible elections. They've destroyed fairness. They've destroyed allowing people to freely participate. They've destroyed freedom of speech. They've destroyed rule of law. So how can I be happy that the idea that we put out there has been overtaken and hijacked by idiots who are using it against the very people who are fighting for these ideas? That is why I was saying that this is not the June 12th we're fighting for. Temple Benson, Da Silva Kenneth, thank you. Folashade Solomon, Usman Gaddafi, Favor Peter, thank you. Sunday Jonah, thank you so much. Grace Agahoa, thank you. Kechi Onuzlike, thank you. Kenneth Chooks, Dandy Akataobi, said, can you get my number? If you want my contact, just go to, go to my DM, or you can send me an email. My email is sowore@gmail.com. It's very easy to use, SOWORE@gmail.com. I have not had complete control of my numbers. The DSST has my phones, so I can't guarantee you that I will give you a number that you can reach me at. But let's start by emails, and we'll take it from there. So that's what is important here, is that we must plan this very well, and we must sustain the consciousness that is on now. I have been monitoring Twitter a lot recently, and I'm discovering that even the people who used to shout, say Baba, in the northern parts, because Buhari was from there, they have realized that the man is as much a threat to them as every other security threat. There is economic threat, there is political threat, there is. Yesterday I was looking at Twitter and there's a trending topic, hashtag Northern Lives Matter. I was like, wow, we've been saying this forever, that every life matters. I said it at the barber's shop in Brooklyn when I came back from the election about what they are doing to the North. Because I went to the North and I saw the foundation of what is happening in the North now, and I kept shouting at that time, even to our Northern brothers and sisters, that don't make the mistake of voting for this man because it's from your area, because you're going to regret it. I'm sorry to say I'm not gloating over what's happening in the North now. I don't want it to happen. I don't want any evil to befall our people. But it's sad that nobody's helping them. Nobody's helping the North, and nobody's helping the South. Nobody's helping the West. Nobody's helping the East. Because don't gloat over, bandits killing people in the North, because next moment, herdsmen are in your village in the South. Kidnappers are there. Rapists are there. Corrupt people. Everybody that can destroy you is just waiting to strike in our country. So this is the reason why I'm here. It's the reason I came to talk to you on June 12th today. And I'm happy that consciousness is flowing, but I'm also unhappy that we may not be able to sustain the consciousness if we don't get together and act now. Direct action is the solution to the problem. There's no question about it. Direct action, revolutionary direct action. I've never missed word about it. Not even when I was brought to court, not when I was in detention, and not when that I'm out of detention. physical detention because they still kept me detained in Nigeria. They seized my passport and asked me to remain in Abuja, which violates my rights to freedom of movement. But that's not the conversation for today. It's a conversation for another day. So it's very important to keep talking about these issues, keep mobilizing ourselves, and not be cowardly. See, we can blame youths, women, men, elders for being cowards. But each time you are calling somebody a coward, have you asked yourself, what have you done? Look at me now. Just on these broadcasts, I've reached 865 viewers. If we can have 800 people gather together and fight, nobody can wait. 800 people. And these are real people. Real people. But we are more than that. We are 200 million people. We can easily get 1 million people to fight for our rights, to fight for our freedom, to liberate this country, liberate ourselves from the people who are putting their knees on our necks, and breathe. We can't breathe right now because we have not had a revolution. We can't breathe. Thank you, Ola Kunle Peter, Haja GBK, Olalude, Ruatosin, Adeniji, Sideshows Oyenike, Shegun Awe Oladimeji, Prince, Agbakupe Daniel, Jeffrey Ghost Power, Eniete Basu. It is about the will. Frank Abiola, Adedayo Jenfa, Oriola Ladapo, Chris Osariton. So you're saying that all of you are living in diaspora. Fantastic. Good to know. I lived in diaspora for 20 years too. And the George Floyd protest is taking place all over the world. So let the diaspora people organize and storm every embassy, consulate of Nigeria abroad, and see if there won't be change. And let the people at home do the same. So everybody can do what needs to be done, whether you're in the diaspora, or you're at home. Anywhere you may find yourself. You can fight anywhere you might find it as a Nigerian. In fact, a lot of you Nigerians, I have seen so many Nigerians fighting for George Floyd. In fact, a group of Nigerians here in Abuja went to the U.S. Embassy to fight for George Floyd. The irony of it was that those guys were the same set of people that Buhari uses to protest and attack activists. They were the same set of people that beat up the Adeyonju the other day on the street and got him injured. Same set of people went to the U.S. Embassy in Abuja to protest in support of George Floyd. So if you can do it for George Floyd, why can't we do it for Nigeria? That's my question to you guys. That's my question. If someone said, let's create another platform. We have platforms. We have Revolution Nigeria on Twitter, on Facebook. We have it on Twitter. We have it on Instagram. Platform is not our problem. I think our problem is will. Everybody is sufficiently aware of what needs to be done. That's the truth. What we just need now is the will to do it. So guys, like I said, I just wanted to reach out for some 20 minutes. I have to go on another show with Chidi Wanyawu, who is, you guys know, Dr. Chidi from Canada. So you can join us there on his show to talk more in a very conversational way. This conversation I just had with you, the greetings, I just wanted to greet and also just contextually talk about what is bothering me at this time and what we can do about it. So thank you so much, and I hope to be back again soon. But for those of you who are here who want to continue with us, I'll be on Dr. Chidi's show. I think it's on YouTube momentarily. Thank you. And once again, happy holidays. It's holiday here in Nigeria, and today is supposed to be June 12th Democracy Day. But like somebody rightly said today, we should be flying our flag, halfway because of what they have done to democracy, what Buhari has done to democracy. They can't kill everybody. I can guarantee you that. And they won't kill anybody. Philip, let me say hello to you before I finish this broadcast. Have a good evening. Revolution Now. Yes, this is my Revolution Now shirt. We'll talk about that next time when I come on, so that we can get you the shirt. Thank you.